Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone. Today I am going to do question from from tutorial 2 on linear programming. As you can see that question number 1 is already formulated into questions, so it will be more easy to do, but I will do question number 2 because data is given as the raw data, so I will convert into the equation and then I will formulate equations. So straight away I cut this question and I paste into the Excel. We go there and I will read question for you guys. The question is that PKG Electronics makes two types of electronic fans, ceiling fans and wall fans. Each ceiling fan requires two circuit boards and 4 hours assembly time. Each wall fan requires two circuit boards and 1 hour's assembly time. The profit of each ceiling fan and the wall fans are RM25 and RM15 respectively. The company produces its own circuit board and its capacity is 54 per week. Currently, company has 48 hours of assembly time per week. The company wishes to maximize the profit. So from this we can take our constraints, our decision variable, and also we knew that our objective function is to maximize the profit. Let x is equal to ceiling fan and y is equal to wall fan. So what is the requirement? For part first, formulate the problem as a linear programming model. So I will straight away start from here. So first of all, we have our object decision variable and objective function, and we also have constraints. So our objective function is to maximize profit, which is clearly given here. The company wishes to maximize profit. As we know that x is ceiling fan is represented by x and wall fan is represented by y. So the profit for each ceiling fan, wall are 25, ceiling fan and walls fans are 25 and 15. So we'll use x for ceiling fan and y for walls fan. Our objective function is maximize profit is equal to 25x plus 15y. This is our objective function. So now next we have to formulate constraints from the question. We have to extract what is our constraints, as our component is ceiling fan and wall fans. Ceiling fan and wall fans. Second is wall fan. And each ceiling fan requires two circuit boards and 4 hours are assembly time. Here we will show circuit boards and down there assembly time. Each ceiling fan requires two circuit board and 4 assembly time. 2 and 4 and 4. And for wall fan, each wall fan requires two circuit board and 1 hour assembly time. 2 and 1. So here what is our constraint, what is our limit? For circuit board, its capacity is 54 per week, so it is less than and equal to 54. And for assembly we have maximum time which is 48 hours, so we cannot exceed from 48 hour 48. And we have our profit maximization. For ceiling fan it is 25, and for wall fan it is 15 respectively. Just make it nicer to the table. Ceiling fans and wall fan and circuit board. So then next we have to extract constraint from the table. We already draw the table, and we have two constraint. So constraint one is we have to represent this ceiling fan by x and wall fan by y. So 2x plus 2y 2x plus 2y is less than and equal to 54. 54. So we are going to find x and y. First we have to put let x is equal to 0. If x is equal to 0, then 54 divided by 2 is 27. Y will be 27. Another, if y is equal to 0, then 54 divided by 2 it will be 27. So this is our first constraint. Just to make it a bit nicer, for our constraint 2, we have to extract constraint for assembly which is 4x plus 1y is less than and equal to 48. Again same thing, find x and y. If x is equal to 0, then y will be 48, and when y is equal to 0, 48 divided by 4, x will be 12. This is our second constraint. So we are done with both of the constraint. Now I will directly go to draw the graph. For graph, constraint 1 and 2, so just need to represent with different color. So just go into the insert insert the table graph with the sector with straight line. Just click on it, click right click on the graph, empty graph, select data, add constraint. So in series name you have to click on the constraint 1, and series x value we have to put here x value, and in y value we have to put the value of y. After that click OK, and from here add second constraint. Just click on the add. So name for second series is constraint 2, put x value which is 0 and 2, and the y value. Yeah, click on OK. These are our two constraints and we are done with graph. Now we have to formulate for profit. What is the maximum profit? So we have to find optimal solution on which we are getting higher profit. So basically we got with this graph we got 3 points. One is here right at the corner, second is here, third one is here, and fourth one is here. Just straight away do for profit maximization. We have x, y, and z is the profit. And for we are not going to take this point because we know already that this one is 0. Anything we multiply with this we will get lower value. So just skip this point and we take point 1 from here, second point from here, and third point is from here. So 3 point A, B, and C. We are doing for profit maximization now. So from the graph we already got this point. Our point A is here 0, 0x and 27y, 0 and 27. But for point B we cannot directly take this point. Here you can see that the point is showing is 12 and 0, but on the corner you can see that it is in front of 20 on y-axis and down on y and on x-axis it is 27 7. So we have to formulate it by using equation. We will take our first constraint. So how we will take this constraint? We have to take constraint with the lower value, such as we have two constraints now, and you can see in this we have 4x plus 1y, and here we have 2x plus 2y. So which means that this constraint is smaller. We just simply take this constraint for our further for calculation of our point B. We will paste here, and now we have to time this 2 with 2, and y this 2 we have to time 2x with 2 and 2y with 2 and 54 with 2. So we will then subtract that value from second constraint. So first of all, 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, and 2y multiplied by 2, 2 multiplied by 2, we will get 4, and 54 multiplied by 2, we will get 108. So this is first equation only. Now we will minus this value, our second constant, from the value which we get with multiplication. See, so we have value with this constraint 4, 1 and 48. So 4 minus 4 is 0, 4 minus 1 is 3, and 108 minus 48 is 60. So x is already 0, and in order to calculate y, we will divide 60 on 3. We will get value for y, which is 20. 60 divided by 3 is equal to 20. And in order to calculate x, we will use this equation. We will put our value of 20 inside this equation. For y, we already got y is 20, so we will put this 20 inside here. So we have here 2x, but for y, 2 times 20, because y we already calculated. We will get 40, 40, which is less than and equal to 54. 54. Here you can see that 2y is adding into x. So when we will take to the other side of the equal to, thus it will be opposite. So if it is adding to the left side of equal to, and then on the right side of equal to, it will be subtracting from 54. So 2x 40, 54 minus 40 is equal to 14. 14, and here is 2x. Alright, so 14. So now 14 divided by 2, which is 7. X will be 7. We got value for 7 also, for x also. So just simply put 7 here. Just around little bit overview on this part. First of all, we will take the lower constraint, and then we will time it with 2. 2x multiplied by 2, 2y times with 2, and 54 times with 2. We'll get this amount, and then we will take second constraint and subtract it from the value which we get here by multiplying with 2. After subtracting this one, so we already got here 0, and y is 3. 60 divided by 3, we get the value of y, which is 20. I put here 20, and for x, I have to put this 20 inside the equation. 2y the value of y is 20. 2 times 20 is 40, 2x plus 40, and then we have to take to the other side of equal to, and we will minus from 54. So 2x is equal to 14. When we minus 54 minus 40, it will be 14. 14 divided by 2, 14 divided by 2, it will be 7. So we get the value for point B. Now you can see that it is making sense. For value for y, it is 20, right? On y-axis we can see that it is 20, and for x-axis we calculated 7. So just drag it down here, it is 7. And lastly the point C, which is 12 and 0. 12 is x and 0. So I will now use this point to calculate the the maximum profit which we can get on this point. So I will copy this our objective function, which is maximize profit. I will post here to copy it again. So our objective function is to maximize profit. Now I will use this objective function to find that on which point we are getting the higher profit. So we just have to put the value of x in x and the value of y into the y, and then by using formula we will get the profit amount. Formula is equal to 25 times 0 plus 15 times 27. Close the bracket. 405 is 405, and just I can drag it down, but for if you didn't understand, then I am doing one step again manually. Just equal to, just put value of x in the in x bracket 25, time it with the value of x on point 2, which is 7, bracket close, plus open bracket value of y, which is 15, time it with the value of y, which is 20, equal to 475. Just drag it down. So here you can see that we are getting the profit. So dragging it down, just put the value of x 15 times 12, and here is 0, 15 times 0. So we are getting the profit of 300. So we already get the our maximum profit, which is on point B. Just highlight this point and comment that we are getting that point B is the point where we are getting maximum profit of 475. So done. After doing this, just make it a bit nicer by adding few colors. So this is all we are done with. Hope you guys will learn something from my work. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you. Take care.